and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. And I am giggling to myself, Mom, if you're watching. I had a conversation with my mother last night, and she was teasing me gently about the way that I say process. She really enjoys it. So I told her I was going to laugh probably when I said it today, and I did. So we are doing the daily reading for Friday, March 19th, 2021. And today is a day that's ruled by the solar plexus chakra and guided by magic. And the galactic signature of today is the blue self-existing eagle. So this is a really gorgeous energy that we're working with today. The blue eagle energy is all about creation, vision, and mind. And the self-existing tone is all about definition, measuring, and form. And so we're utilizing that eagle mind today, right? The eagle, we talk about this a lot, the perspective of the eagle. It soars high above everything, and it sees everything from that expanded perspective. So we're really being invited to expand our perspective today, to see from that higher planetary mind, that higher cosmic mind. And when we see from this place, we understand the interconnectedness of everything. We really get the full view of every situation, of every aspect of our lives and our reality, and then we are able to really take in all of the information, right, which is what the self-existing tone is all about, and decide and understand what needs to be structured and restructured in order to take the form that we would like. This energy with the blue eagle is very much about the collective as well. So it's understanding and appreciating our place in the collective, what it is that we offer from that higher visionary perspective, and how it is that we can bring that to fruition. How can we play our part in this grand cosmic dance, right? And in this grand planetary dance that we are now actively engaged in. So it's using that higher vision, that higher perspective in all situations. It's asking those important questions, who, what, where, when, and why, so that we can gather the information that we need. And then we can see what forms and structures are supportive of our goals and which ones need to be restructured, and how it is that we can go about doing that today. So it's a very EMPOWERING energy. It's like a breath of fresh air, where really it's a moment to just soar up there, soar to the highest heights that you can within your own mind, within your own vision. Take that deep breath and just observe what we see, right? The eagle doesn't judge, the eagle only observes. And so really using that keen awareness as the observer today to see what not only in our own lives, but in the collective vision can be reworked in order to work more efficiently, in order to work better for the whole. Because this is an energy that very much supports the whole. And it is an energy of creation and an energy of magic, right? So really tapping into that creative aspect, that magical aspect of ourselves, and bringing that higher vision into form. The affirmation for today is, I define in order to create, measuring mind. I seal the output of vision with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of magic. I am a polar kin. I convert the blue galactic spectrum. And we have some really interesting astrology going on today. We have the moon conjunct Mars in the sign of Gemini. And so this is a mind energy, right? Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It is very much about the mind. It's very much about information, categorizing information, sharing information, gathering information, and perspectives, right? So this very much supports the galactic energy of today. This is an energy when we have the moon combined with Mars, where we're definitely, our emotionality is a little bit heightened, right? Our ACTION and our REACTION is very much actively engaged. This is also especially in that sign of Gemini, right, which is a more detached sign, to some extent being an air sign, which is good when we have this combination. It's an energy where we're wanting to be FREE today. We really may be sort of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Resistant to anything that we feel restricts us when it comes to our ability to actualize ourselves in the world, when it comes to our emotional stability and security. Like we just don't have the patience for anything that is hampering that our expression of that and our experience of those energies. This is Aries energy, right? When we're talking about Mars. And so this is that forward moving energy. This is that energy of the individual. And so emotionally, we're feeling very individualistic today. We're feeling very motivated, most likely. And we're really in a place of, even though Aries is very much we could see it as an REACTIVE sign. With this Gemini energy in here, it's not so much that, as we're just able to see and understand and feel into things from that, right, from that eagle mind more. And so we want to tap into that eagle mind in order to balance out this energy so that we're using it in its most constructive form, right? Because when we have the emotions, when we have the instinctual nature combined with the Mars, which is our primal instinctual nature, things can get a little interesting. And so we don't want to be coming to any snap judgments today. We don't want to be REACTIVE. We want to really plug into that eagle mind and utilize this energy to see from that expanded perspective. We have a couple interesting figures going on with this as well. We have Mars and the Moon forming a mystic triangle with Saturn and the South Node. And so this is an energy where we're really looking into and understanding our impulsive, instinctual nature, right? Our emotional nature, our mind nature, because we have Gemini in the mix, right? So our emotional nature and our mind nature, and our EMPOWERMENT, our energies around that, how we enact that. And we're really noticing how we react to situations still. We're noticing any of those old, with the South Node, right? This is past behavior. Any of those old impulses that still exist. Any of those old instinctual habits when it comes to the ways that we exert and express ourselves, when it comes to our emotional natures, when it comes to our minds. And so just really being aware of that, seeing how much we've grown and where there is still opportunity for growth, and really utilizing that higher eagle mind in order to see and understand how we can perpetuate that growth today. We also have the Moon and Mars in a bisextile with Chiron and Saturn. And so this is very much about our healing process. This is about the lessons that we've learned around our wounds, especially when it comes to our EMPOWERMENT, and when it comes to our emotionality. And so we're seeing where we may still be TRIGGERED today, and what that's really about, and what we've healed, right? And how we can move from this healed place. And this is really important energy that we're working with today, because it's preparing us for the equinox tomorrow. And I will be doing a video on the equinox after this one. I'm going to be taking my next Theta healing class during the equinox. And so I'm going to pre-record the equinox video after this, because it's big energy, and I do want to put that out. And we're really preparing for that right now. We have the sun, which will be entering Aries during this equinox, and it's potent energy. And so this is sort of the warm-up that we're experiencing right now for that energy. And as we move into the rest of 2021 with this drive, with this motivation, right? It's very much, we are springing forward in so many ways as we move into spring, as we move into Aries season. And then I'm really feeling it kicking off when we have, I believe it's the new moon in Aries that we have in the middle of the month. I'm not going to check it, but I'm fairly certain. I'm still getting ready to work with the full moon energy for you guys, so I haven't really tapped too much into the new moon, but pretty sure that's in Aries, which lines up perfectly. Really feeling a kickoff when we get to that point, and that's going to be on the 11th of April. So yeah, just a lot of these beautiful preparatory energies that we're in right now. And so I'm going to do, what do I want to do? Okay, interesting. I guess I'm going to do a couple Moonology cards. Clear. Let's get some energy for today. Friday the 19th. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So that communication energy, this is that mind energy that we were talking about, right? When we have the moon and Mars together in Gemini. And so we're wanting to ensure to pay attention to the ways that we're communicating today. Some of the progress that we've made, some of the progress that we still need to make. maybe surrounding our communication skills, how it is that we communicate what's coming up within us, right? How it is that we understand that and are then able to translate that, right? Because we can't communicate something effectively that we don't understand. And so the first step is to be able to understand what is going on in our own emotional bodies, in our own mental bodies, and then to be able to communicate that to another. And then we have luck is on your side. And so that's gorgeous energy, and that's new moon and Sagittarius energy. So 2 new moon energies coming out so far, which is really beautiful. And so today, it's looking like a lucky day for communication. If there is something on your mind, if there is something that you want to speak about, then absolutely speak about it. And I was a little bit lazy this morning. I did not look at Mercury and what aspects were being made to Mercury. So there could be some aspects to Mercury that are helping to facilitate this. The way I've been going with the astrology is I feel that key energy, and I just kind of go with that because it's a lot. There's so many planets making so many aspects and doing so many things every single day, right? But yeah, so communication, if there is something that you want to communicate, there is a lot of assistance coming your way in order to communicate and say what you need to say. In a way that if there's a conversation you need to have today, just know that the energies are saying and supporting that conversation turning out well. And then we have surrender to the divine full moon. All right, and we are warming up to that full moon now as well. And so, yeah, just let's get a little more energy here before I say too much more, actually. A time to give rather than take. And this is, yes, new moon in Virgo. So 3 new moons and a full moon. So this is a lot of powerful energy that we have coming out here. And so it's like, I feel like this is also saying in our communications, in our interactions with others today, we want to surrender the need to control the situations. We want to surrender the need to control how the conversation goes. Just know that we are being fully supported. It's like we said, like, make sure that you fully understand what it is that you're wanting to communicate before you communicate it. And then communicate it openly, right? This, for some people, may have to do with communicating when it comes to belief systems, when it comes to their ideals, their morals, right, with this Sagittarius energy. Whatever it is, whatever it is that you're wanting to communicate, just surrender the way that the conversation goes. Don't try to control the conversation. This doesn't necessarily mean, I think it's always a great idea to rehearse a conversation before, like visualize the best way that it could go to set the tone for that energy. That's fine. But allow the conversation and the results of the conversation to be what they're going to be. It's like, don't have a conversation with like an idea in your head of like, this is what the result of this conversation needs to be. Be more open than that. That's part of this surrendering energy. And look at what you can give in a situation rather than what you're getting, right? With this new moon in Virgo energy. And also with the Virgo energy, we want to remember always, right, not to be too critical, because Virgo can be a very critical energy, and not to make assumptions about things, right? Virgo is a very intuitive energy, and Virgo reads people very well. So a lot of times Virgo energy will draw a conclusion about someone or something without actually getting any of the information, without actually talking to the person, right? And so that's what some of this energy is too, is like, don't make assumptions about people without communicating, like ask. Because there may be more going on than what you're seeing. And then we also have faith in your dreams coming out, waxing crescent moon. So I really love that. That's that energy building, right? As well with the waxing moon. So a lot of energy building up right now. Yeah, which I really like. And so it's just, when we're talking about our manifesting process too, if we're working with the cycles of the moon, like we are in that building phase right now. And so we may, I'm not really sure, I haven't been following it, but we could even be in the waxing crescent phase. I'm not super up to date, but we're somewhere in that first, as we move from the new moon to the full moon, and we're in that waxing, we're somewhere in that cycle as the moon is building, right? And so it's like, there are things that are building right now that you may not be fully aware of. So do not be impatient Do not assume that things are not moving in a positive trajectory just because you maybe aren't seeing the results that you thought you wanted to see, right? And so instead of expecting, be grateful and see where you can be of service today. And then we have don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. So there's a full moon energy coming out. So that's a powerful energy. And this is just that energy of, especially like he landed right under communication is key. All right. So in our communications today, we want to be mindful of the pride and the ego, and when they are stepping in, when they are like, we want to be connected to our higher selves as we are having these communications today. And we want to make sure too, when we are evaluating and sort of understanding what it is that we're wanting to communicate, evaluating how we feel, what it is that we're thinking, right? We want to be looking at that with this South Node action, right? With the aspects that we were talking about earlier, right? Where is this coming from? Is my past conditioning affecting this situation in the way that I'm perceiving this? Is my pride and my ego being wounded or effective? And is that coloring the way that I'm viewing a situation, the way that I'm evaluating a situation? And we want to just, as much as we can, leave our pride out of things today, right? Our pride is what seeks to control, and we're being guided to surrender. So just knowing and understanding that. Seeking with this, it's time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. It's like seeking to understand rather than simply seeking to be understood, right? We all want to be understood, but make sure that we are seeking to understand as well today. And then you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. Yeah. And so there could be family stuff coming up for people, conversations around family that need to be had, things going on with the family, in the family structure, in the home. I'm feeling like that mama bear, mama lion energy coming through too. And it's just, I'm also feeling for some people maybe like parenting conversations that need to be had for some. Just whatever these conversations are, just know that you and your loved ones are safe. And don't allow a fear of that to sort of creep in and be an influence as well. Yeah. Anything else here? Oh yeah, we always get this card. A new romantic cycle begins. And for some people, right? New moon in Libra, but this is also about fairness. This is also about balance, right? With the Libra energy. This is about a solution being found for something that begins a new cycle where things are more evenly balanced. Energies are more evenly distributed. This is a fair and just outcome. So this doesn't just have to be like for whatever this is and relating to. That's the energy that's coming through here. If we can surrender control of the situation, if we can learn to see from the other person's perspective, to be understanding, right? If we can sort of keep our pride and our ego to a minimum, if we can hold that vision, really understand what it is that we're wanting to communicate, if we can use that higher ego mind to really assess the situation, the internal situation as well as the external situation, we can come to a fair and balanced agreement with somebody today. And for those of you where some of this does apply to a situation in a romantic relationship, there is like the energy for that is definitely positive as well. Yeah. And if there's somebody who's wanting to reach out to somebody, whether this is a crush, whether this is somebody from your past, whether this is somebody that you're just a little bit estranged with right now, the energy is definitely supporting that as well. But once again, you want to surrender the outcome to the divine. Whatever it is, whatever this communication is that's going on today, whatever it is that you're endeavoring, period, today, surrendering the outcome to the divine is coming through very strongly. And then we also have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So 2 Leo energies coming out here. So this is also guidance to be open and honest and wear your heart on your sleeve, right? That's what Leo energy does. Leo energy is dynamic. It is creative, right? Finding creative solutions, finding creative compromises today. It's expressive, right? So we want to express, but we want to do that from that place of love, from that big-hearted place, that warm-hearted place today. So really embracing that warm-hearted energy. And just knowing that whatever it is that you are endeavoring, whatever is going on today, be confident in yourself because you have everything within you, all the capabilities to handle this situation. I want to get one more card here. Take time to breathe out. All right. And this is the disseminating moon. Yeah. So take that time today whenever you need that time to breathe, to come back to your center, to reorient with that higher visionary eagle mind, to survey the situation, to get that higher perspective. And yeah, anytime if you're even in mid-conversation and you feel that pride creeping back in, you feel that need to control, you feel any of those old South Node behaviors and instincts coming up, it's like, how can I breathe through this and temper that a little bit and come back to my center? All right. I love you guys, and prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus on the bottom of the deck. So lots and lots of new moon energy, you guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new moon energies. And we got 2 full moons, 6 new moons, a disseminating and a waxing crescent. All right. And then another new moon on the bottom of the deck. So that's powerful. It's a lot of, like we said, that forward moving energy. We're wanting to move forward. We're not wanting to look back. This is fresh new energy coming in. All right, fresh new ways to understand ourselves, to handle situations, to communicate, to express ourselves. And so really stepping into that energy today. I love you guys. I appreciate you so very, very much. If you like this video, like this video. There are links down below to donate. If you feel so moved to do so, it is appreciated. And it does help to support the free content that I love, love, love making for you guys. But I absolutely love and adore you. Either way, of course, but they're there if you're interested. There's also a I feel your support coming through in waves every single day, and I love reading your comments. Honestly, that's like the most amazing support. It makes me feel so good to hear from you guys and to know that you are benefiting and you're connecting. So thank you so much for all of those. And yes, my email's down below. Reach out to me if you would like to set up a personal reading, if you would like to set up an energy healing, any of the different things that I do. If I can be of assistance to you, I would love to be. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.